Alright, welcome to this episode of my playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn. Man, things are getting interesting. First of all, we went up to Maker's End, which is the former campus of Faro Automated Solutions, which is the company that manufactured the war machines, which threatened to end all life on Earth. Yeah. And then we learned about Elizabeth Sobek, who developed a plan called Project Zero Dawn as a way of not ending all life on Earth, but we don't know what Project Zero Dawn is. So we came back here to Nora territory, where she was at U.S. Robotics Command, which is where she presented her plan to the generals, the chief of staff, yada yada yada. But we still don't know what it is. And so Sylens and Aloy have come up with a plan to crash the network connecting all of the focuses, because the next place we have to go is right smack dab underneath the Shadow Karja capital. Yeah. So, without any further ado, let's go see how we're going to crash that network, alright? Now, obviously, as you can see by the destination marker, that is 5,000 steps away. I am not going to make you watch me walk across. I'm just going to deal with these bandits, first things first.
You won't survive this!
Those bandits still pack a punch. That's, that took a lot more out of me than I expected it to. As I was saying, I'm not going to make you watch the entire journey of 5,000 steps. I am going to cut through black, and you'll see us arrive at the destination. If anything interesting happens on the way, I will also cut that one in. But aside from that, you'll just see us arrive there. Now, the other thing I am going to point out... Oh yeah, it wants us to go literally to the opposite corner of the map. Because we're starting up here, and it wants us to go all the way down here. I have a funny feeling that this bunker, which we couldn't get into when we discovered it, is going to be the final area of the map, of the game, pardon me. Now, the other thing I am going to mention is that we did notice a side quest marker in this area. So, on my way all the way down here, I'm probably going to try and stop in over here and get that side quest. So, I will see you on the other side of the cut. See you then.
Aloy, I know you hunger for answers, as do I. But first, the Focus network must be crashed. The Eclipse has agents at Sunfall. If they see you, you'll jeopardize everything we've worked towards.
We? That we've worked towards?
You have been warned.
Well, that's certainly ominous.
So yeah, as Sylens pointed out, we are approaching the Shadow Karja capital. I just want to try and get this this side quest. Doesn't look like these guys are hostile.
Decide not to strike back against the usurpers.
The sunlight always reminds me of who I am. No matter what happens, we are Karja.
Abbas. Let's see what Abbas has to say.
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle.
There's got to be more to this Uthid story than we're hearing, right?
I'll keep the moon from your brow.
Oh yeah, Blazon Arch. That would be this city right here. Talk to Galiv. Yeah, we can definitely do that. And it looks like I was able to approach without risking or without provoking the Shadow Karja as Sylens feared. I'm gonna go light this campfire, and then I'm gonna go talk to
I hear delaying.
Galiv.
We won't be strong enough to take back.
Let me mark that as the active objective. What's this thing in my notebook? It's another data point. Da-da-da. Oh, there we go. It's that one right there.
A ceasefire? The apostate.
Off we go. So here we are at Blazon Arch, where we are going to talk to Galiv.
A bit of advice, Outlander? We're at war. You're either useful or you're in our way.
And try and talk some humanity into him.
Are you Galiv? The healer?
I had planned to spend the day gazing at the lands of my exile and feeling sorry for myself. But you're not from Sunfall, so this could be interesting.
I came from the tent city there. There's a sick girl. Her brother told me about you.
The answer is no.
What?
No, I can't spare the medicine, nor my time to administer it. My resources are already spread thin as the soiled cloths I have to use for dressings.
Why won't you help?
Look at it from my perspective. What meager goods I can get must be smuggled in. That's expensive. The behemoth's share goes to the military. Of course, there are the demands of the Citadel. Helis's kestrels are so prone to sticky ends. What's left, that's for the nobles, who can pay well for my services.
Look at it from my perspective. A little girl is sick.
I think we are calling to each other across an ideological impasse.
What's stopping me from just making you do it?
I'd have to cause a situation. And you wouldn't harm the only healer disgraced enough to work for the Shadow Karja, would you?
Well, we've only just met, but yes, it's tempting.
And take it up with the Citadel. They decide who lives and dies. Nothing you can do would compare to my punishment if I used the last of my stock on a tent girl.
Sorry for that little hiccup. I'll try and get it out. So you may have just seen a fade to black.
You're kind of an ass, healer.
There's no cure for a conscience. But in this line of work, I've built up an immunity to it. And yet, if you feel so strongly about this one girl, perhaps we can make a deal. My charity for a Thunderjaw heart.
That's not how charity works.
It is how deals work. You'd settle my debts. For a while.
I already have the part.
Wow, we could already have a deal. Quickly now, let's salve your poor conscience.
See to the girl, and it's yours. Not before.
Oh, please. On my oath, this girl will survive to see our sad future. You and I shouldn't be seen together. Go on to the slums ahead of me. I'll find you presently. You do stand out in the crowd.
Alright, back to a bus. Alright, here we are. Let's see if the healer has done as he promised.
Apparently we're entrusting delicate matters to savages now. These are
It's you.
different times.
Hello again.
I've brought someone to see your sister.
How did you... What did we do to deserve... No, wait. I don't even want to ask, in case a shadow passes over and it's gone.
Smart boy.
She'll have his full attention, won't she?
Once I'm freed of other distractions, yes.
Mercenaries haven't made look about the riot trader.
That's enough excitement for my rest day.
Thank you, again, for giving her a better chance.
Blades for hire sneaking around, sniffing out disloyalty.
What's she called?
Sort of makes me
Shiana.
anxious.
I knew a Shiana once. She sang.
Alright, now off to the location where we're going to try and crash the network as per Sylens' request. Or Sylens and Aloy's idea.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
So I'm here in Bright Market, and I've just discovered this little scan me thing, so I'm just going to include that here for you. History of Sunfall, which is the Shadow Karja capital. So, you know the drill, pause if you want to read it. Here's the first bit. Here's the second bit. Here's the third bit. Fourth bit. Fifth bit. Sixth and final bit. I'm going to cut through black straight to the next thing. So, see you on the other side, alright? Okay, I said I was going to cut through to afterwards, but that deserves a commentary. That is very interesting. So the Sun Ring is the ring at Sunfall. I thought the Sun Ring was in Meridian, but it turns out that the Sun Ring is actually the one at Sunfall, which is where all the sacrifices were made and all the people were killed and yada yada yada. Also, Helis, the most infamous of Kestrels. Helis was the guy leading the cultists who attacked the Proving way back at the beginning of the game. So now I'm going to cut through to the next thing, alright? Alright, here we are approaching the site that Sylens says we can crash the network at. Let's see what happens.
Thought I found this.
Aloy, you're very close now.
I was wondering when you'd speak up.
There's a sheer rock wall just ahead. Look close, and you'll find handholds leading up.
Oh, really? And who put those there, Right. Why would I expect an answer? It's so much more exciting to keep it all a mystery. Crash the Eclipse focus network, he said. So how are we gonna do that? Oh, wait. I forgot. We won't. I do all the dangerous stuff. You just listen in.
She's got some serious sass behind her. I love it. Up there.
There are the handholds, right where you'd said they'd be. Did you get that, Sylens? No? Fitting name you got there.
All right. Take a seat at the campfire and we'll have a little chat.
How nice of you to finally drop by.
Our purpose this night is to crash the focus network.
Yeah, tell me the part I don't know. How?
For starters, you'll need to infiltrate the Eclipse's main base.
Wait, what?
That's right. Fortunately for you, I brought you round to the back way. It's right through that crevice. Once you reach the base, you'll see the objective. A derelict tall neck that's been extensively modified. Climb the tall neck. Grafted into the top of its disk, you'll find a module of sorts. Destroy that, and the focus network will crash.
So you were part of the Eclipse?
I've never been part of anything. I serve my own interests, always. But it is the case that I assisted the Eclipse before I sensed the threat they might become. It was a mistake that I'm doing what I can to correct.
What sort of assistance did you give them?
Head through that crevice, Aloy. You have more important things to do than ask questions.
He's a,
Let's see what's through here.
he's a secretive one.
Connected machines. Controlled by guards.
More like soldiers. Held in reserve for a war yet to come. You'll have to get past them.
This is the easy way in?
The back way in. I didn't say it'd be easy.
So I see 4 watchers and 2 long legs. Fortunately, we know corrupted machines don't particularly care for seeing dead bodies. So we don't have to worry as much about being secretive. So yeah, 4, now 3 watchers and 2 long legs doesn't account for that pounding sound I'm hearing.
Need to be closer to use that.
I know Longlegs don't die from a single silent strike, so I figured laying these traps was the best, or these blast wires was the best approach to dealing with them.
Looking good.
Standard procedure, take out the most isolated ones first, because then there's less of a chance that the other ones will find the body. Even though corrupted machines, we don't really usually have to worry about that.
These will keep.
I see a whole bunch of wires, so I could have snuck over them, I think. But it's not terribly difficult for me at this juncture to just take them out. You guys do hear that banging sound, right? I'm really curious as to what that actually is.
explosions in the distance.
Pay that no mind. Doesn't concern you.
Really, Sylens? Because I think it does concern me. So I count 6 scrappers. Something I noticed while I was coming around, that is a Deathbringer. We've seen a few ruined Deathbringers around. Now we know what they are, and they are nasty. There's 1, 2, 3 left. Soon to be 2. Remember when scrappers were difficult?
Getting close now. Head for that ridge. Now be ready to act fast. You need to get in and get it done before they raise an alarm.
So, on that note, I'm going to call an end to the episode there. You know the drill. Click over there and join me next time when we get into that tall neck and crash the network. See you then.